guys, I thought I'd throw together really quick some movies to watch for Valentine's Day. If you're not going to go out tonight, if you and your sweetie or significant other or partner or whatever you want to call them stays in, or even if you're by yourself or whatever, I got some great movies here that is worth the watch for tonight. Now, they may not be strictly, I got some that I don't have covers for because I have what they call cylinders that you put movies in so you don't have to have the big bulky things. Well, I've got probably 600 movies on cylinders. But anyway, my first movie is going to be Hugh Croyne, Jessica Tandy, and John Denver. Jessica Tandy's the one that did Driving Miss Daisy, Fried Green Tomatoes. Hugh Cronin and Cronin, I can't pronounce his last name. Him and Jessica Tandy were married in real life. But anyway, I have two movies with them here in it. And the first one, these are just, if you like movies about couples who have been together for many, many years, and when one passes away, the other misses them so bad that life is almost unbearable. But in this one, Jessica Tandy and her husband lives up in the mountains, and he passes away, and John Denver plays their son, and of course he is a recording artist, so he's away from home, and she's up there in the mountains by herself. But the spirit of her husband comes back and talks with her and does things for her and stuff like that, but only she can see him. It is just a beautiful, beautiful movie. Really good country music in it, really good mountain scenery in it, and one of the best actresses that ever lived, Jessica Tandy. So, and that's called Foxfire. Great movie. All right, now, this is the same couple, and it's called To Dance with the White Dog. And this is a Hallmark movie, and this is Jessica Tandy and Hugh Cronin. And this is kind of switched. They are an older couple, and the wife passes away, and not too long after the wife passes away, a white dog shows up and spends most of her time with the old man. And of course he's walking on a cane, and the dog will jump up on the, or not a cane, a walker, and the dog will jump up on the walker and dance with him and stuff. So he gets in his mind that the dog is the spirit of his late wife, and all the kids think he's nuts because they can't see it. The dog doesn't come around while the kids are there, and it just disappears. And it gets to the point the kids start pretending like they see the dog, and he thinks they're crazy. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but it's really, really good, really sweet, pulls at the heartstrings. To Dance with the White Dog with Jessica Tandy and Hugh Cronin. All right, then my next movie, most of these movies, like I said, they're not really sweetheart movies, they're more sweet movies. There is sweetheart movies here, but this one is really sweetheart movie, and it's called Grantham and Rose, and it is Marla Gibbs plays in it as an elderly lady, and she is Marla Gibbs is the one that played as the housekeeper on the Jeffersons, and she also played in 227. This movie is so cool. It's about an older woman who kind of breaks this teenage kid out of a kind of like a boys juvenile detention center type thing, and she doesn't know him, but I don't want to tell you too much. This is just a heart-grabbing movie. It is just absolutely beautiful. But she is kind of Rose is kind of over the top for an older lady, but you're really going to enjoy this one. And it's called Grantham and Rose. All right, my next one is Brandon Fraser, Ricky Lake, and Shirley MacLaine, and it's called Mrs. Winterbourne. Now, Ricky Lake is on a train. She's a like a, I don't know what to call it. I can't say low life, lower level kind of person, like dates drug addicts and stuff like that. Anyway, she gets pregnant. Anyway, she's on a train going somewhere, and she meets this girl who is pregnant, and they're both about the same, and this girl's on her way to, or her and there's two twin brothers, and she just got married to one of the twin brothers, and this girl's on the way to meet the boy's family, and Ricky Lake ends up sharing a compartment with her on the train, and she asked if she could try her wedding ring on. So the girl lets her try her wedding ring on. Well, while Ricky Lake has the wedding ring on, the train wrecks. The other girl ends up getting killed, and they automatically think Ricky Lake is the brother's wife because she has that wedding ring on. And anyway, she gets into the family. They think that that baby is his, and you will absolutely love the way it turned out. Of course, just about anything Shirley MacLaine does is good. But anyway, it's called Mrs. Winterbourne. Great love story in this one. Now, this one is a Hallmark movie, and I was going to get the book and bring it over here and show it with the movie, because I have the book and the movie both, because I read the book by John Grisham, and then I bought the movie because I was so in love with it. But it's called A Painted House. This movie is just fantastic. Now remember that Hallmark put this out, so it's going to be a little different than the book. Like, I'm going to give you an example. In the book, the grandmother, the grandfather, the mom, dad, and young boy all live on a farm, a cotton field farm by themselves, and they go and pick up Mexican workers who, you know, the ones stand on the corner and look for jobs. Well, the uncle shows up one day with a new bride, and she's like New York City fancy, and where they live out on this farm, they have an outside toilet. She doesn't want to use it, but she ends up using it anyway, and the little boy does not like her. So while she's in the bathroom, he goes out there, and she's wanting to know what he's doing out there. Now, here's the difference between the book and the movie. In the book, he tells her he had to come out to save her because there was a giant shit snake outside the door waiting for her to come out, and it was going to eat her. Because this little boy didn't like her, and he was having fun with trapping her. She was scared to death. She was crying and screaming, wouldn't come out of the toilet. And in the movie, he tells her it's a giant black snake. Of course, Hallmark, they can't say the other. But she's in that bathroom until they rescue her. Of course, the little boy gets in trouble, but it's still just, it is hilarious. But this is a really good movie, kind of a heart, pull at your heart strings kind of movie. Beautiful movie. Alright, now this one has been one of my favorite movies for a very long time, and it's called The Spitfire Grill. And what this is this girl, I'm not going to tell you why, but she gets out of prison, and she ends up going to this little town up in the mountains, and she ends up going to work for this lady that runs a kind of like a diner restaurant type thing, and the old lady's just bitchy, gripey, bitchy, but her name is Percy, and a lot of twists in the movie, but there's some romance in it. And anyway, the old lady ends up falling and getting hurt, and of course Percy takes care of her. Hardly anybody in the town even likes Percy because they found out that she had been in prison. But anyway, the old lady decides she's going to sell the restaurant, and where the restaurant is, to get enough money out of the restaurant for what the old lady wanted, they run a raffle, and they ask people to send in $100 and an essay on why they would like to have the restaurant and stuff like that. And then at the end of the contest, they would pick a winner, and the winner won the restaurant. And that way, they could hang on to it as long as they want. They could run the contest as long as they wanted until they gathered enough money that would pay for the restaurant. And boy, do they. It's crazy. But it's a really beautiful movie. The Spitfire Grill. You gotta see this one. This one's really good. Then, I've got these as not in cases. But anyway, this one I thought I'd just throw in there. It's called An Interview with God. I really found this one enjoyable. It's not really a romance or anything, but it's a pull at your heartstrings movie. But that one's really good. And then there's, oh gosh, what's his name? Zac Efron in a movie called Charlie St. Cloud, Live, Love, and Let Go. That's a really good movie. But I can't remember exactly what goes on in it because I have almost every movie that Zac Efron has made. Charlie St. Cloud. And I thought this one would be really cute. And I love this one. And it's called A Dog's Way Home. This movie is so freaking cute. It will make you smile ear to ear. And I threw that one in there because the kids could watch this one too and just love it. But it's kind of a love story, so I threw it in there. A Dog's Way Home. And this one's an oldie, but a really good one. And it's Jane Fonda and Peter Fonda and Catherine Hepburn. And it's called On Golden Pond. And it's a romance and a beautiful movie. And this is the kind of movie that if you're going to stay in at night, to sit down and watch. And it's got enough in it to keep the husband, boyfriend interested, and enough in it to keep the women interested. Really good movie. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you find something in this bunch that you'd like to sit down and watch. And I tried to get them to where there was not a bunch of ushy, mushy, gushy stuff in it, but enough to make it, to let you know that it's about love or caring for someone, you know, or falling in love with someone. But I hope you find something in it that you watch. And happy Valentine's Day to everybody.